Alright guys, what's going on? Justin from 79 Productions, and today we're getting back on the Integra. I'm super excited about this. This thing, when I finished it, took it around a little bit, drove it, the suspension on this thing was terrible. Now it had those coil sleeves on it, so what we're going to be doing is putting these coilovers on it. Super excited about these. Maxpeedingrods sent these out. These coilovers are their new T7 coilovers for Hondas, Civics, Acuras. They have them for a lot of cars. Super excited about this. This is going to be probably a 2, 3, 4 part series. So here's what I'm going to do. They sent me out in those other boxes. We'll do those in another video, but they sent me out control arms, export braces, camber kits, and pretty much everything I would need to kind of work on the suspension, lower control arms, upper control arms, stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put out a 3-part series on me swapping all of this stuff out, and then I'm gonna go take the Integra on a mountain run. We're gonna have some fun, and super excited about this. Now I have their suspension on my blue car, and that thing handled great. That's the T6 coilovers. These are the T7s. These ones are supposed to be a lot better, so we're gonna go ahead and start throwing these things on the Integra, and let's get into this video now. All right guys, so we got the car up. Just gonna take this wheel off so we can get started. All right guys, so to take this suspension off, you're gonna take these top 2 nuts off. Those are 14 millimeters. You're gonna take this 14 millimeter off, and then you're gonna take this 17 millimeter off. And I'm hoping I could take this fork off. It'll just drop down. It'll just drop down, and I can separate it that way. Now, in the past, if I can't do that, what I normally do is I'll take the tie rod nut off, and then I'll take that off. Hopefully we don't have to do that, but we'll see. We're gonna start out right here with this 14 millimeter bolt. We're gonna loosen that, and then we're gonna come down here to the 17, and we're gonna go ahead and take the 17 out. So what you need to do is take this out, and then we'll go up top and loosen those 14 millimeter bolts. This is very simple to swap out coilovers. Really easy, and we're just gonna pull this, pull that out, and that's it right there. And then we're gonna come up here, and now we're gonna loosen these 2 14 millimeter bolts. All right guys, so now we're gonna try to pull this fork out, and once we can get this out, that'll be pretty good. So we could take off those top bolts. There we go. That's off. And we'll just set that to the side. But there we go. So we got this fork out. Now we're gonna take these 2 14 millimeter bolts up off top. All right guys, so we are going to remove the top bolts. And once we get that off, we can just pull this down and pull it out, and it is that simple, guys. All right, guys, so I'm here. I got the T7 coilover, and I want to show you guys something. So right here, there's a line. This is about 30 millimeters of thread. Now, in the instructions, it says you have to have this on at least 30 millimeters of thread. So you can't put this on 3 threads and expect this, if you look, it's just gonna move around. You cannot expect this to be structurally sound if you do not follow instructions. So when this comes on, a lot of guys, you know, they'll try to adjust this. As far as, you know, some guys want their car to go up more, but here's what you do. So put it on up until right there. Now, if you need to adjust it any, you know, if you need to lower it, go up. Here's another thing. The more you put this up, the lower the car's gonna go. Now, a lot of guys also like to slam the car, so they'll put this all the way up and then they'll start adjusting from here. Now, if you mess with this, it messes with the preload. These are already preloaded from the factory. Everything's set up, so don't mess with this. Just adjust your ride height from here and you should be good. Remember, leave 30 millimeters of thread on there and you should be good to go. All right, guys, so we got the Maxpeedingrods coilover next to the coilover I just pulled off, and these things are gonna be a night and day difference. Super excited about this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them on right now. So we're getting ready to install these, and basically what you wanna do, they come with this little spacer, and we're gonna put the spacer on, and now we're gonna put this on the car, screw it on, and then we're just gonna slide it in this fork. Now, a lot of the times this fork is too tight, so you have to hit it on sometimes, but this one slides in pretty easy, so we're gonna show you a different way than I normally do it. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to take the coilover and just slide it up under the upper control arm, and we are gonna feed this thing through the shock tower and right there, and we will come and put the nuts up top, the 2 nuts to hold it in place. We got the coilover in, and we just need to put these 2 nuts on here to hold this in place. And we could go ahead and finish this from the bottom, and we'll come back and tighten these up a little bit later. All right, guys, so right now we're gonna take this fork and we are gonna drop it into place, and then we are gonna come put the 17 millimeter bolt through the bottom, and then what we'll do, we'll take the jack and lift it up. Sometimes it's a little bit challenging to work with these old Honda parts, but just got to be patient. And that's it. Put that back on. And then we'll go ahead and lift it up now. We're just using a jack to support this, and we are lifting this up into place. I got the car on jack stands, so yeah, we're just gonna keep lifting it up, and it is sliding into place. Perfect. Now that it's down, now that that's down, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that 14 millimeter bolt, and we're good to go. Now we're just gonna go ahead and tighten the 17 millimeter, and we're almost ready, and we'll go up top and this will be done. We're just gonna finish with these top two, and that's gonna be it, and we'll be done with the install and we're good to go. All right guys, so got those coilovers on the front, and we are moving on to the back. Now guys, the back is super easy. There's just gonna be one bolt right in here, and then there's gonna be two more in here, and it's gonna come out super easy. Got the new one already ready to go, so let's go ahead and get it on. All right, now that we got it loosened up, we're just gonna slide that one down, and we can pull it out from here. All right guys, so we got that back one out, and you look at them, the new Maxpeedingrods coilover just looks so much better, and it's a lot stiffer and firmer. This one, when you drive, you could feel all the flex and the movement in it, so these things are going to be a lot better. So to put this one in, we're just going to kind of lean it over the back, get it up here, slide it in, and then we're going to lift it over the control arm, and then we'll just put the bolt in. And now we're going to put the bolt in right here, so we'll set that, let it come down some, and that's going to be it. And then we'll move up top. We're just gonna finish up on the bottom, and then we'll go ahead and move back up top and tighten the two top bolts. Alright guys, so we got to put these on the top, and once we snug those down, we're going to be done. Alright guys, so we're finishing up with this side of the coilover installation and just putting this tire back on. But this is not a hard job. It's fairly simple. So if this is something you guys want to try, just be careful, do your research, and you should be fine. All right, guys, so we just finished this side, and we're gonna go ahead and knock out the other side off camera. It's gonna be the exact same thing, so we'll go ahead and get that done, and then we'll come back and talk about these coilovers. Just finished coming from taking this thing from a test drive, and I gotta tell you guys, this thing just rides so much better. Yeah, it's riding great. All right, guys, so just finished installing those coilovers and super excited about this. Those new Maxpeedingrods T7 coilovers are great. The ride is better. It's firm but smooth, and yeah, they're just great coilovers. So I've had them on my other Civic and I have no complaints with them. They're great coilovers. If you guys are interested in getting a set of coilovers, go to Maxpeedingrods and use coupon code 79th. That'll get you a little discount to help you guys out with your purchase. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Next week, I'm going to be installing these rear lower control arms. Pick these up from Maxpeedingrods, and the export brace there. These are Maxpeedingrods lower control arms. So I'm going to be installing those. I'm going to be doing a lot of suspension work to this car. In October, I'm going to be taking the car to the Tail of the Dragon. So kind of want to, if you guys ever been driving through the mountains in Tennessee on the Tail of the Dragon, it's a fun thing to do. So I'm trying to get the car ready, and got a couple of months to go, but you know, I need to do brake work on the car, need to do more suspension work. So those lower control arms are going to be great. Also have the camber kit for the car as well. So picked up all that stuff at Maxpeedingrods, and in the next video I'm going to be installing those lower control arms. So that's it for this video, guys. If you would like to support the channel, you could pick up some merchandise. I'll put the link in the description, and that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at 79th Productions, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless you guys.